Hi, this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and you hear Caden in the background. He's always in the background. What I'm going to make for you today is a southern peach cobbler, and I'm using fresh peaches with this. And what I've got to do is I've got to peel and slice and pit all of these peaches, and I'm going to go on and do that, and y'all don't have to watch me do that. The one thing I'm going to do is you can just take the skin on the peach and peel it as much as you can, and take your little paring knife and get all of the skin off of the peaches. And then in the middle, of course, there's the pit. So you're going to like cut it down, cut it around, and get the pit out. So when I finish with that, I'll bring you back. Okay, I've cut up all the peaches and sliced them. And while I'm getting everything together, so that they won't turn totally brown, I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, just kind of sprinkle it over them, and mix them all up. And then I've got to get everything together, and I will bring you right back. The lemon juice will just keep the peaches from turning brown. So I'll bring you right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm getting everything together. Now, while I've been cutting up the peaches and getting everything together for this, I have my oven preheated to 425. So the first thing I'm going to put in here, well, the first thing I put in was the lemon juice. Now I'm going to put in 1/3 of a cup of white sugar, and I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the peaches. And then I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. Okay. Okay, and now I need 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that all over it. And cornstarch. I need 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. There's 1. And here's the other one. Alright. And now I need 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Christmas. Christmas isn't. It's not going to be very long before Christmas is here. And I can't wait, because I really love doing Christmas stuff. Cooking at Christmas time. Okay, so I've got all the stuff in here. And now I'm going to mix this up. as good as I can. Make sure that it's all the cinnamon and the sugar, and both of the sugars are all in here. And I'm going to put this in the oven, and just this kind of helps the peaches get sweeter. I'm not going to do anything else to it now, but just put it in the oven for 10 minutes. Once I get this all blended together. and Caden's hollering at me to get off of here. But I want to show y'all this recipe. It's so good. And I went up in the mountains and got some fresh peaches the other day, and I wanted to use them before they went bad. So now I'm going to put this casserole dish in the oven for 10 minutes, and when that finishes, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. And here's the peaches. Ow. They're hot. But anyway, the peaches are over here. They cooked for 10 minutes. And now I'm going to make the topping for the cobbler. I've got 1/3 of a cup of white sugar. And then I need another 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Well, I'll put too much in there. It'll be alright. It's supposed to be a 1/4, but mine ended up being like a 1/3. Alright, and then I need a cup of all-purpose flour. Okay, so here's a cup of all-purpose flour. I need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Bless you. Alright, so there's my baking powder. Alright, and let me mix this up. Mix all this together. Alright, and now I'm going to put my 6 tablespoons of margarine. And I've cut it up, and I'm going to use my pastry blender to mix this all together. And you want to mix it until it's like almost like oatmeal, I guess you'd say. But you just take your pastry blender mixer, pastry mixer, whatever you want to call it, and just mix it all up until it becomes coarse. I forgot to get and this is just so easy to do. Alright, I'm Caden's not feeling well today. He's getting a cold, I think. Or he's cutting teeth. He's already cut 2 teeth. But his nose is running and stuff, and I don't think that normally, and he's sneezing and all. I don't think that normally happens when you're cutting teeth, so he must be getting a cold. Okay, so I've got this pretty well under control here. And this is all mixed up. Alright, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix 1/4 cup of hot water in here. And you can see the steam coming off of this. It's very hot. Let me bring this up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Now I'm just going to stir this all up. And get this all blended together. Alright, and this is all, looks like it's all blended together pretty good. So, I'm going to bring my peaches over here. And remember, my stove is set on 425. And what you do is you just drop a little bit all over the top of the peaches. Just do spoonfuls of it all over the peaches. And then I'm going to put it in the oven and cook it for 30 minutes. And when it gets ready and it's cooled down enough to show you and for me to take a bite of it, I'll bring you back. Okay, I forgot one thing. On top of all the pastry, you take 3 tablespoons of regular white sugar and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And now I'm going to sprinkle this all over the top of this dough. This is going to be so good. I just love peach cobbler. And I got some apples. I got a bushel of apples when I went up in the country the other day. And so I'm going to be making some apple things for you too. Apples and peaches. I got some plums, but I just really hadn't figured out what to do with plums yet. And these plums are really not that sweet. But anyway, now it's totally covered with the cinnamon and sugar. I'm going to put it in the oven, bake it for at least 30 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I wanted to bring you back. Here is the peach cobbler. And as you can see, the cinnamon and the sugar kind of browned. I personally think that 425 was too high for this. I was going by a recipe, and I really think that this should have been cooked on more along the lines of 375 instead of 425, because I only cooked it for 30 minutes, and you can see that it's kind of dry. And I mean, I think it's going to be good, but I do think that you probably should cook it on 375 for 30 minutes instead of the 425. But let me taste it and see what it tastes like. Let me get some of the topping here. The sugar and the cinnamon on the topping made it crispy and crunchy. And this is really good. I'm going to make this again, and I'll probably use canned peaches the next time, and probably have some vanilla ice cream around. But this, I mean, this really is a good dish. I love peach cobbler, and this, with this cinnamon and sugar on the top of it, it really made it. So if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.